Hello. In the next page, you will be completing a very important document called the Home Language Survey. When a student enrolls in a Texas school for the first time, the enrolling school will include a home language survey as part of the enrollment documents. Anytime this first enrollment procedure is initiated in any Texas school, an original home language survey is created. The purpose of this document is to determine if language testing is needed to identify emergent bilingual students in Texas and then offer language services. There is only one original home language survey in the state of Texas. So if you are transferring from another Texas district or another Texas school, we will be requesting the original home language survey and use that one. A parent is able to make corrections to the home language survey within the initial 2 weeks of enrollment for the first time and the first time completing the home language survey when entering a Texas school. Changes to the home language survey cannot be made after the first 2 weeks of initial enrollment in a Texas school. Completing the home language survey during enrollment is the same process for pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students who are enrolling. The home language survey will ask 2 questions. What language is spoken in the home most of the time? And what language does the student speak most of the time? The key word is most of the time. If the answer to either of the 2 questions is a language other than English, then it will prompt language testing to be conducted by campus personnel. The student will be tested in English to determine if the student meets requirements to be identified as an emergent bilingual student. If the student scores as a fluent English speaker, then the student will DNQ or does not qualify as an emergent bilingual student. If the student scores as a limited English proficient student or a non-English speaker, then the student is identified as an emergent bilingual student. Once identified, language program services are offered. For those whose language is Spanish, then the bilingual program is offered for kindergarten students or the dual language program for kindergarten through 5th grade students. For those whose language is not Spanish, then ESL services are offered. Once identified as an emergent bilingual student, students are required to take the Texas English Language Proficiency or TELPAS test each year starting in kindergarten through 12th grade or after 1st grade until they meet the state's reclassification criteria and are no longer identified as emergent bilingual students. If the student did not qualify, then language services will not be offered. If the answer to the home language survey, to the 2 questions on the home language survey were English, English, then testing or language testing would not be conducted by the campus. If you are interested in our dual language program for incoming kindergarten students, please visit our district website for information on how to apply for our dual language program and have students participate via the lottery system.